Before you move on, stop for a second. What if this is the message you were meant to hear today? Maybe. This moment was waiting for you. So take a breath and listen closely, because sometimes one thought, one word, can open a new path inside you. My friends, welcome back to English Unleashed now. I'm Ahmed. Today, let's take a calm breath and talk about something close to the heart. Not grammar, not exams, but passion. This is your time to relax, to listen, to think, and to grow your English step by step. You don't need a notebook. You don't need to study hard. Just open your mind and let the words flow into your life. Sometimes, learning English feels like a job. You repeat words, you read long texts, you try to memorize grammar. And slowly, your motivation fades away. You say to yourself, maybe I'm not good at English. But wait, that's not true. The problem is not you. The problem is the way we practice. When we use only textbooks, we don't feel the language. We don't feel joy or emotion or connection. It becomes mechanical, like a machine. But language is not a machine. Language is alive. Language is emotion. Language is a bridge between people. So if we want to speak English naturally, we need to connect it with something real, something that matters to us. And that something is our passion. Now, what is passion? Passion is something you love doing. It can be big or small. It can be painting, cooking, football, travel, nature, music, or even gardening. When you speak about your passion, your eyes shine. Your voice changes. You forget fear. You express yourself freely. That's the power of passion. It opens your heart, and when your heart opens, words flow easily. You don't worry about grammar. You don't worry about mistakes. You just speak. And that's where fluency begins. So, how can you use your passions to improve your English? Start with a simple question. Why do you want to speak English? Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to meet new people. Maybe you dream of studying abroad. Maybe you just love the feeling of expressing yourself. All these are good reasons. But the most powerful reason comes from your heart. It's when you say, I want to speak English because I have something to share. That's your why. That's your reason. And when you find it, English becomes personal. Let's imagine two learners. Learner A studies with grammar books every day. He memorizes rule, tenses, articles, phrasal verbs. But when someone asks him, what do you like doing? He doesn't know what to say. Learner B studies through her hobbies. She loves baking. She watches English recipe videos. She reads blogs. She writes small notes in English about food. She even chats with other bakers online. After some month, she speaks naturally. Not perfectly, but fluently with feeling. Why? Because she connects English with what she loves. That's the difference. So my friend, ask yourself, what do I love doing? What makes me happy in my free time? Maybe you love music. So listen to English songs and read their lyrics. Maybe you love movies. Watch them with English subtitles. Maybe you love travel. Read travel blogs and write short stories about your trips. When English becomes part of your life, it stops being study. It becomes living. Now, let's see a few simple ways to connect your passion with English. Number 1. Watch or read about your interests, but do it in English. If you love cooking, find English recipe videos. If you love cars, read English car reviews. If you love photography, follow English-speaking photographers. You'll learn real words that matter to you. Number 2. Keep a small English journal. Write 2 or 3 sentences every night. For example, today I played the piano. I learned a new song. It was difficult, but I felt happy. Simple, real, true. Number 3. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. When you cook, when you walk, when you drive, describe what you're doing in English. I'm cutting tomatoes. I'm adding salt. I'm stirring the soup. This is how fluency grows naturally. Every passion also creates stories. And stories are perfect for English practice. For example, if you love painting, tell your story. The first time I painted a sunset, I was 10 years old. The colors were orange and pink. I remember the smell of paint and the sound of the wind. Or if you love football, say, when I play football, I feel free. I forget my problems. Stories help you remember vocabulary and grammar together. Because they belong to you. They live in your memory. That's why storytelling is such a strong way to build fluency. Now, a small piece of advice. Don't try to speak too fast. Don't chase perfection. Fluency is not about speed. It's about comfort, calm, and confidence. When you speak slowly, you give your brain time to think. You choose better words. You sound more natural. Try it now. Say slowly, I like playing the guitar. I play every evening. Music helps me relax. Feels peaceful, right? When you slow down, your words become clear. And confidence grows. So don't copy fast native speakers. Be calm. Be clear. Be you. That's real fluency. Now let me ask you something. Question 1. What is your passion, the thing that makes you forget time? Think for a moment. Visualize it. Feel it. That's where your English journey begins. When you talk about your passions, you do more than learn a language. You connect with people. Maybe you post a photo of your artwork online and someone writes, "That's beautiful." Maybe you share your travel story and another traveler replies, "I've been there too." See, English becomes a bridge to friendship. That's what I love most about language. It brings people together. It makes the world smaller and warmer. And when you speak from your heart, people listen. Sometimes passion leads to purpose. You start learning English to talk about your favorite songs. Later, you write your own. You start learning English to read books. Later, you help others understand them. Passion grows into purpose. And purpose gives you energy to keep going, even when learning feels hard. So don't learn English only for a test. Learn it to express yourself, to share your voice, to connect. Let's look at real examples. One learner loved movies. She watched one English movie every week. At first, she understood only a few words. But she kept going. After a year, she could describe stories easily. Her listening became strong. Another learner loved animals. He watched videos about animal care. He learned words like rescue, shelter, wildlife. Then he joined an online group. Now he writes English posts every week. Another student loved fitness. He followed English-speaking trainers. He copied their expressions. Now he speaks confidently about health. All because he learned through passion. Remember this. Fluency grows faster when the topic feels alive inside you. But we all have days when we feel tired or lazy. That's normal. When that happens, don't quit. Just do something small. Listen to an English podcast about your hobby. Read a short paragraph. Watch a short clip. Talk to a friend who shares the same interest. You don't need hours. You just need consistency. A few minutes every day is enough. Consistency is stronger than perfection. Now I want to ask you another question. Question 2. When you feel tired of studying, What small thing helps you feel inspired again? Think about it. Maybe a song. Maybe a short video. Maybe a walk outside. Hold on to that small spark. It will guide you back to your English dream. Language is not only words. It's emotion. When you feel something deeply, you remember it. If you love photography and learn the word light, you never forget it. Because you see it. If you love gardening and learn the word bloom, you remember it forever. Because you feel it. You don't just learn words. You live them. That's how English becomes part of you. At first, your English world may feel small, just one topic, one passion. But slowly it grows. Your vocabulary expands. Your confidence rises. You connect your passion with other areas of life. The cook learns about culture through food. The musician discovers poetry. The tech lover connects with people around the world. Your English world becomes rich and deep. Now, another question for you. Question 3. What new world could open for you through English? Maybe travel. Maybe art. Maybe friendship. Think about it. And imagine that door opening right now. If you know the answer, comment below and tell me. Share your dream in one sentence. I'd love to read it. Remember, mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teachers. When you talk about your passion, grammar doesn't matter much. Your message matters more. If you say, I very like cooking, people still understand. They feel your joy. Later, you'll fix it to, I really like cooking. That's learning by doing, not by waiting for perfection. Fluency is not the absence of mistakes. Fluency is the presence of courage. So, my friend, keep this in your heart. Fluency is not about speed. It's about connection. When you speak with feeling, with honesty, with joy, you build a bridge between your heart and your words. Every time you talk about what you love, your English grows stronger. Find your passion. Live it in English. Read about it. Write about it. Think about it. Let English become your companion, your daily friend. And if you're ready to keep growing with me, follow English Unleashed now. Subscribe and share your journey below. Together we'll keep learning, keep dreaming, and keep speaking. With heart. Until next time. Take care, stay inspired, and keep your English alive.